guys, Jenna here. I'm back again for another video.
Back again indeed, and I just want to thank you guys straight off the bat for tuning in on this awesome Thursday, even though I'm not even filming it on Thursday. But nonetheless, drilling down, I want to talk to you guys about something I've spoken about a couple of years ago, but I've noticed in my comment sections that a lot of people have been asking me for tips around kind of collecting, how to boost their collection and things that work for me. And I want to just kind of draw on the video I did a couple of years ago and bring you some fresh tips, and just as a kind of reminder really as to how I grew this reasonably large, I don't want to blow my own trumpet here, but reasonably large retro game collection. Now I want to say that these work for me, and if you can add any value to this, definitely smash your comments in the section below, because everybody's got their own method of doing things. Now I want to say straight off the bat, disclaimer here, I don't like apps. I do not like apps where you put in each game. It doesn't work for me at all, but I know that there are people out there that really do like using the apps. It's definitely not something that I like. The reason being, I find them too time consuming, way too time consuming, and I just, you know, with a full-time job and doing the YouTube channel, I just don't have the time. So I've got a different method. It works beautifully for me. So that method is, if you want to try it, what I do before I go to an expo, or what I do before I go to a shop, is I will take pictures. I will take pictures of games that I have on my shelf. Obviously I have to take them each time I go because the collection changes so much and things move around. Typically, I mean, I've tried to go off memory, but that's just ridiculous. So if I'm in a retro gaming expo and I pick a game up, there we go, Super Mario Kart and Super Famicom, and I think, have I got this game? I can't remember. I will check the pictures in my phone to find out if it's there or not, and it works really well. It is a hell of a lot less time consuming. Might work for you, might not, but that's absolutely fine. If you do use apps, great. Kudos to you. Let me know just out of interest which apps, because somebody might be able to read your comment and take the tip from that, so we can all add some value to this. So smash your comments below. I take pictures. If you use apps, that's fine. Let me know which one. Tip number 2. Probably gonna get a bit of flack for this one because I did on the first video, but again I want to stress that it worked for me. When I restarted my collection way back in 2014, what I did was really simple. I bought in quantity. Forget about the quality in the beginning. Forget about the quality in the beginning, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. If you buy everything you see, for example, all your staple titles like your GTAs, there is an abundance of GTA in CEX, like GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas. Buy all of the common games. They're easy to find, they're relatively cheap, and you can get them in charity shops, CEX, plenty of expos. They're absolutely littered everywhere. Eventually what will happen is this. You will find, you'll think, okay, I've got everything now, I've got all the common stuff. It will force you to buy the more obscure titles, and that is exactly what I found. It was by accident, it wasn't intentional, it wasn't just a case of filling the shelves. I wanted to just get as much as I could in the beginning, do loads of pickups videos, and then I came to a bit of a brick wall and I was like, oh my god, now I am actually going to have to spend a bit more money on Secret of Mana. And there was a time, I remember the expo I went to, and I took about £300, and I had no choice but to buy the quality titles because I had all of the common stuff. I had my Ridge Racers, I had Porsche Challenge, I had Alien Trilogy, I had all the staple stuff. So it was time to step up the game. Now that might work for you, it might not, and that's cool, that's absolutely cool. Sometimes I know that people in the beginning, you know, their collection is only focused on what they will play, so they might just have, say, 3 Super Nintendo games in their collection that works for them, and it's about what works for you, and that's the important thing here, guys. It is about what works for your good self. Nothing for me beats a good old retro gaming expo like this. Me, retro gaming expos are where everything. It's like absolute mecca. They're an absolute must to go to. I think it's really, really important to go to your local shops. You know, for me, it's John Shaw. You've seen this video. An absolute treasure trove of retro games. I used to kind of go there as a kid, and awesome shops like this. And that is absolutely brilliant. So you have to go to your shops, because I find for me, charity shops are a huge roadblock. And now I know sometimes we find good stuff in there. We find that, you know, some decent stuff. Had a really good haul in this video last week, pretty decent. But 9 times out of 10 it's very hit and miss. Whereas if you go to a shop, you go to a gaming expo, the mindset is completely different. And sometimes collecting is a bit of a mindset. You know you're going to need to take an F ton of money. You know there are going to be expensive games there. You know they're going to be mid-range price games there. So keep your minds open. Take reasonably, reasonable amount of cash, and definitely look at which shops are around you, because there are loads of retro gaming shops in this country. There are absolutely loads. Trust me, there are tons. And I get messages all the time. Where can I buy an N64 bundle from? Where can I buy a PS1 bundle from? There's nowhere near me. And I'm like, oh, actually, there's Console Yourself in Pontefract, or there's Leeds Games in Morecambe, or there's Level Up in Canterbury, Level Up Games. So there's tons of stuff. So know your markets, know the people, know your shops, because it's a culture. And you have to know the culture in order to be able to adapt to it and integrate into it, and essentially buy what you want to buy for your collection. If you're serious, then you'll do your homework. And that's my kind of, I guess, my tip 3 is to kind of do your homework on the kind of shops around you, all of the markets around you. Probably the most common question I get is around shops and expos. I live here, where can I go for my retro games? Okay, let me think. And I do have an answer 9 times out of 10, but there are some retro gaming kind of expos that are cropping up. I'd like a few more swap meets that play in Leeds. That's brand new. That covers, north. If you ran kind of, I mean, Newcastle's nowhere near Leeds, but I guess it's closer for people in the north, east of the country to go to than somewhere like Manchester, for example. So Leeds is a nice new kind of expo that's sprung up. So know your stuff, know your culture, get in there. Unfortunately, you're going to need plenty of this, plenty of cash, because it's very expensive, as we know, guys.
You have failed me for the last time.
Gonna tell you a little secret. Well, it's not really a secret. The last retro gaming market I went to, one of the vendors said to me, nobody's haggling. Nobody's haggling on prices. And I said, why does that shock you? And he's like, well, I expected a few more people to kind of come to the table and go, can I have this if it's priced at 20? Can I have it for like 17? Can I have it for like 15 if I buy this as well? And I think for me, I've actually seen less and less haggling. Now, I sometimes haggle, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends, but don't be afraid to ask. The worst somebody is going to say is no, I can't budge on price, or they can negotiate with you, and it's worked beautifully, absolutely beautifully for me in the past. On this beast here, let me just show you this little thing. We know Majora's Mask. The guy got a real bargain on this. Warped Retro, I think. Got this warpedretro.com, really decent store. It was on for 60. I asked for 50, he gave it me 50. Absolutely brilliant. He said, that's absolutely fine. I think I was literally down to about £50. It was right at the end of the expo. I'd blown an absolute load of money. And I really, really wanted it, because I can't believe in this collection I didn't have it. So that helped me to kind of, that example there of haggling helped me to kind of beef my collection out with a game, a really good game, box complete, that I really wanted. So guys, I can't stress it enough. Don't be afraid, don't be cheeky, don't be rude, just say, would you do that for 17 rather than 18? Or, just don't be afraid to do that, because I know I've seen it less and less over the last maybe 3 years, definitely seen it a lot less and less. So there's lots of different ways you can approach it. Just be sound, treat people how you want to be treated, and everything will be all good. So let's have a little recap. watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and definitely share some tips, add some value to this video in the comments, share it with your friends, and do not forget to hit subscribe because we've got loads of content coming. As always, I'm probably going to be filming an out and about £3 game challenge this Sunday at CEX in Derby, so keep posted for that. That will be out on Monday, and there'll be an extra video next week because I didn't post a video on Monday. I was really busy with work stuff, so there'll be an extra bonus video if I have time. There'll be a bonus video coming up over the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned. Can't stress that enough. Have a beautiful day, guys. Thank you for watching. My name's Gemma. Take care. See you soon.